Welcome back, trash cans, to another Doki literature club for you guys, man. Y'all know what the deal is, man. I don't feel like I gotta explain too much. I really don't. I really don't feel like I gotta explain too much. Baby Sayori, I know how you feeling. And I'm here to change that. I'm here to change that! Ha! Shit, I'm here to change that. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, I jumped to wherever we were. Well, that's like saving error? I have no idea. But we're back to where we started. On the way home, I found myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spent only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texted me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I opened the front door to let her in. Stop! Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such a cute clothes make the uniform seems totally unfitting in the comparison. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're used to seeing me outside of school. Anyways, I'm coming in. I see you brought us a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all the way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I hadn't already had them at home. Good. Glad I couldn't count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Plague? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grabbed the bag Natsuki's holding out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. Ah! Ignore my laugh, guys. Right. I don't know what's going on with my Natsuki voice, but it's not up to par right now. I don't know what's going on. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. That you're a little strong little goblin? That's what you remind me of, a strong little goblin, trash can. It seems like I always underestimate you. Yeah, it's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like that I hate it. I mean, sometimes I feel like proving people wrong when they think I'm only worth my size. It's fun when I get to be the small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? That's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. Ha 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 ha. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you're treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like you doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her word and her face turns red. Natsuki? Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you are trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are a ton of guys who are into the body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You can't win with this trash can. You say she's terrible? I bet she's gonna throw a fit. You say you're her turn? She's gonna throw a fit. This is why I don't like you. I don't like you. No way. No way. I disagree. Someone come take her out. Eli, this is your type, Eli. This is your type. I'm done. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Plagued. Natsuki smiles deviously. Ew, please spare me. Well, if it's Natsuki decided to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen's a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn out every countertop. The mixture isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we'd have to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Blag, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite color.
Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! You're not putting any art into it. This is all at all. Can you at least try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I'm not really sure why Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if it's just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki's proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish the mixing, the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We're using an electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a fluid bowl for the icing.
The icing is still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs a whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if she emphasizes, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it into her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki's son grabs my wrist.
I don't want your girl's fingers in my icing.
Your icing, yeah? Are you forgetting who did all this work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try. I push harder just enough for my fingers to reach the icing. I try to scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tags with all her might. For force of Natsuki pulling me to stumble, making her stumble in return.
Gross! You got it in my face.
Whose fault is that? Trash can? Who do you think you are? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez, you know what? Take this.
Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger, shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well.
Stop!
You sound like a whole goblin. I'm making you sound so terrible. Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things like to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's fingers and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red.
Plagued. You really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her small, shallow breathing. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet.
Cuff. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that?
You should have checked before turning the oven on.
Don't blame me for your mistake. Jeez.
Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. Another moment, that fire alarm stops.
Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now.
Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over my head. Over our head, I should say. The moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened.
the smell's so good.
The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room.
Look how cute they all look.
He proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing.
Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags.
Natsuki hands me some plastic bags.
I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time, though.
What's this one for? I pick one up of the nozzle that has a much thinner tip than the others.
That one's really thin, so you can use it to make strips or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever.
I see. That gives me an idea, actually.
Eh?
Well, it's a literature event, alright? We could make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like.
Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea, so...
Ha 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 ha. Maybe I'm getting it from you.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute.
Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't act like this and not expect me to think you're cute.
Well,
Natsuki's voice trails off.
Same with you.
Yeah? Did you say something?
No, nothing.
Did she just call me cute? I'm not interested. Yeah, right off the bat, soon as she said, I'm like, listen here, I'm not interested. The way that you're thinking and the way that I'm thinking, two different paths. No. Not interested.
Let's just do the icing.
Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time.
Here, I'll show you how to do it.
Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing and then each gets to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work.
Look how pretty they are all together.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Ooh, I wish I could have one now.
Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that.
Well, yeah, but my dad makes dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite.
Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, she would probably be down 10 cupcakes already, and she would still eat at dinner.
Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooked, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we were going to have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner.
Oh, already? That's a shame.
It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance.
Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me.
You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sierra each carry then you can probably do it in one trip.
Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any.
I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you.
Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like I couldn't listen to me at all.
Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today.
You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki's already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted?
Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you.
Plagued. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so...
Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me.
Wait, Natsuki.
Standing inches away from her face, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her nose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to get dizzy as I feel her soft breath against me.
I felt it. For a while now.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back.
Sayori?
Eh? Hi, no! My Sayori has seen what she was not have supposed to seen. Look what you did! Look what you did! My baby Sayori, it's not what you think. If I was in the other playing shoes, I would have gave it that 1-2 already. I'm sorry. I would have given it that. That wombo combo. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, Plate. Sayori, just now we weren't. It's okay, Plagued. I just stopped by to say hi.
Uh, 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 well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any of the cupcakes before then. Anyway, later.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was really being mean to me. So I had to come here and say it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you're having with Natsuki and how close you got to her makes me really happy. That you've made such a good friend. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Plagued? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Plagued. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. Dude, this is so hard. Because this is hard. This is hard a lot. This is hard. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just. Monica was right about what? Sayori. Sayori. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you is like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure. I'm scared, Plagued. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. It's Plagued. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe in me? Wordless Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Yes, sir! Good, sir! Yes, sir! I love you. Huh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Plagued! Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Plagued! Is this really okay? Yeah. I held Sayori in my arms and pulled her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Plagued. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? Because a relationship doesn't make depression go away. I had to learn that the hard way. Depression does not make a relation, or relationship doesn't make depression just make you happy or go away. It doesn't make you like. It's just you still are depressed. You still in that brain cloud state. You spend days on end not waking up in bed, basically just laying there. Like, I don't even want to talk about it, bro. I don't even want to talk about it, bro. They're not going away at all, Plagued. It's okay, Siori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Siori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know. I want everything to be the same as it always been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits your best. Hey, Plagued. So he gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sierra means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Siori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Siori. I don't know that I love her and she loves me. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Siori's feelings as she is. Oh, dang, I should have told her no. I should have told her no, dude. There's no way a girl like that is ready for a relationship. No way, dude. Yeah, that's a path that I would not want to head down myself. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that the way Sarah meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give everything I've got. Sarah's the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. That's a man right there. And that ain't me. I would have dipped. Now let me stop playing. It's the day of the festival. All of the days I expected this to be the one where I would be walking to school with Siori, but Siori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparation for school events should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Siori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great. Plagued! Oh, that's not her voice. Her voice is... Plagued. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared that all have all the poems that we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sierra with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on this day important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember that what Sierra told me yesterday. I say feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Oh. You should take a little responsibility for her, Plagued. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging with this morning, exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But... I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the fan flips? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I got one of the fan flips laid out on the desk. What happened to the sound? Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. This is going a path I don't like. This is going down a path I don't like. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of. Get out. What is this? Reading a poem, I get a bit in my stomach. Plagued. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori writes. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself when it calls out that after me. Cleaning my space. What was I thinking? I should have tried that a bit harder. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her. Wake her up. Even the simple gesture of waking her up would make her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as always been. That's all she needs, and I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect any answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She's a really heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I end up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? This is really something a boyfriend want to do, right? In that case, it just feels right. I'll say Sayori's room. I knock. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori that I would be there for her. I told her I know that what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? Why? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My sobering thoughts kept telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever. Nothing can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and ever try something different. I had only one chance, and I was careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Wow, that really wait, what happened to Sayori? That's it for part 4. I just really wasn't expecting that. That's insane, dude. See you guys on the next video. Trash cans, because this isn't over. This is not over.
Bye.